think for me it's gonna be a little bit of both. It's a yes and a no. So the reason why I say that is because the action wise, I need if the woman is doing things that I've already seen her do normally, so she's like, oh, hey, I'll, let me take you out, let me treat you to something instead of you taking me out for a date or something like that, or hey, I thought of a great idea that I want to do for you, and this and that, and she's doing that that's off rip, just normally, then I'd be like, okay, that's action wise, I can okay, I can understand that, but then it's kind of a no, because it's like if she's being who she is, like Kristen was alluding to, she's just being who she is, and that's not something in her character. Right. To be like, well, I'm going to go all the way all the time to be like, hey, I want to do something for you, or I got something for you, or I got, you know what I'm saying? And she's just kind of like, yeah, I love you and I care for you and I support you, but that's that's it. Kind of deal. Yeah. Then it's kind of like then I can't deal with that, because I want to be able to, whatever I give out, I want to be reciprocated back. Mm-hmm. So I know me personally as a man, I'm going to be able to, I want to provide for my woman. I want to be able to take care of her, love her, support her, and whatever she's going to do. So I expect that back from whoever I'm going to eventually be my wife in the future. Right. So I want them to also to reciprocate, like, hey, I don't have to bring up, like, so for example, like Valentine's Day. Like, Valentine's Day shouldn't be like a one-sided where the man does all his stuff for the woman is like, yeah, this is my act of love for you, and this is how much I love you, and this and the rose petals on the bed, and leading up, all that kind of stuff. It should be a double act. So it should be like, okay, yeah, the man did this, but hey, but I also did this too. Right. Extravagant, that's for you, because this is how much I love you, or care for you, or respect you, or whatever the case is.
So yours is no or yes?
It's a little bit of both, but I'll probably lean more towards. Yes.
Yes, with the possibility of. Yeah. I can be switched.
But I'll lean more towards yes.
All right, so I guess I'm the tiebreaker because you said no and you said yes, Cam. I would, and I'm kind of like you, A-Rock. I would say that I'm a little bit of both. I would say, okay, so I'll just say this flat out. Is there anything a woman can do to make me want to marry them? And the answer would be...
Right. That's the question.
Yes. There is... Yes, there is, and there's also, and I'll of course, I'm going to take it another different route too. There's a way you can also maybe do things where I would definitely not marry you, because if you can have flags that would say for sure no, what I would argue there has to be things that would say for sure yes.
You got the green flags and the red flags.
Right.
Red flag on the plate.
Right. So I would say that, and this is coming from. I am married. You mentioned you were married at 25. I married at 29. I think it was 29. Mm-hmm. Which might a little bit older. I actually, just for the record, I would say that you probably should wait till you're in your 30s to get married. Honestly, it's not that I think it's any easier. I just think that you have more to offer to both people, the woman and the man. You know. You've hopefully you've matured enough where you know how to take care of a family if you're a man and a woman. Hopefully you have more finances. And I always say that you should always prepare for what you're asking for. Mm-hmm. I am a godly man and I do believe in Jesus Christ. So before you start asking God to bless you, I believe you should prepare for it. Right. So which is leading me to that, yes, there are things that she can do. I don't think there's anything. You mentioned the extravagant gift. Like, I'm a car guy. I love cars. I wasn't always a car guy. I used to be an animal guy. I used to be a dog guy. So I'll go back to when I was younger, in my 20s. I would say that my favorite dog is a Doberman. I love Dobermans, and I love Huskies. The Malamutes and the Huskies. I love those. It's two of my favorite dogs. My point is, if she would have bought me that dog, I would have been really taken back. Oh my gosh, it's so great. But I probably one thing wouldn't want the gift. Because I'm like, and unfortunately, this is growing up, how I grew up. I never believe anything's free.
Right.
So I'm like, what ties her to this? Yeah.
With terms and conditions.
What are the terms and conditions? So Now, does this mean if you do more and more things like this, are you expecting? Say we're getting along. Especially say it's like earlier on in the relationship. So now, and we haven't established that we're in a monogamous relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So now, does that mean I can only date you, or because you bought me this extravagant, and and those dogs aren't cheap. If you get a purebred, those things are expensive, man. It's just for the record, I don't have. I had my dad had 2 when we were kids, and they were all from the neighborhood. Like we found the dogs.
$3.99.
We had 2 Dobermans, and we found all of them. We had $3.99.
Stole a police
We didn't steal it. We didn't steal it. But I was a little kid. We got our first one. I don't even want attention. But the bottom line is, those dogs aren't cheap, and you guys know this. Those dogs are not cheap. So if she bought this for me, especially I use the point I was saying, let's just say in our 20s, in our 30s is a little bit different because hopefully you're established. Hopefully you've established yourself in life. You may not be necessarily in your career, but you're definitely in the career path. Hopefully you bought a house. You know how to handle money. You're not broken. You're not crazy with everything. So I won't say if she bought me when I was in my 30s, I would say okay, you can probably afford this. But in your 20s, like you said, 25, and I would say 25, 20. Oh yeah, 22 to I was 29, so 29, and someone was like, hey, I really like you, or 28. Hey, I really like you, we're dating, and she's like, hey, I got a gift for you. It's like you said, Valentine's. Here's a puppy. And I could have got you some flowers, which by the record, I don't believe in Valentine's. But I got you some flowers, and you walk in with a doggone brand new Doberman Pinscher puppy,
Right.
and European Doberman. If you don't know what that is, look it up. They're super expensive. And so my point is, I'm like, hey.
Right.
So I like this dog.
Where we go with this? Right. Where we go?
So.
Hey yo, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And for more Mind Shift, follow us on Instagram and Facebook.